Hey gamers, welcome back to Fire Chicken Review. Today we're talking about the Keyforge Winds of Exchange campaign on GameFound by Ghost Galaxy. I'll be talking a mile a minute because I want to get this video quick while there's potentially still 7 hours left. Over $1 million raised. This is insanity. So yes, a very successful campaign. If you want to check out should you back or should you not back it, I have other videos and other content creators have talked about that as well. Overall, we're just here to celebrate it reaching $1 million. But the point of this video is to say, hey, when this ends in 7 hours, what can you do to support Keyforge? How can you get to the game right away? And talk about some of the sites and spots you can go to. So the first thing I want to talk about is update number 12 here. And this came out the other day. And the reason why I want to talk about this is twofold. First of all, I want to mention that if you back this campaign, make sure you back at a pledge tier level. If you only added add-ons, you won't get your items. You need to be backed at least one pledge tier, and they confirm that it doesn't matter how much stuff you add or how many pledges you have on one tier. You're only going to get these bonuses once, but every single backer is going to get these items. And then the backers that backed at the two top tier levels will get these items, which is, I believe, the 450 and 750 tier will get these items. And they have links saying exactly what you're going to get, saying, hey, you're going to get this item and so forth. So you can check that out. Super cool. The next thing I want to talk about is the keyforging.com website that you see up top here. This is where you can stay up to date with all the Keyforging news. There's a newsletter. I haven't been receiving the newsletter updates. I've checked my junk mail. I'm not sure what's going on with that, so I'll probably reach out and ask them. But as far as actual news goes on, you can check out, they'll talk about the game, news, shop, and more, right? This site is getting better and better. They continue to add stuff to it. And speaking of which, the two things that are up here, they were talking about the Keyforge Revival stream that started yesterday. Unsure if this has ended yet. I'm a little bit. I think it's still potentially going on, and this is all content creators, so these are quite a few different ones. If you want to see more content creator content, check out some of the spoiler reviews, including my own channel is up on the updates there, and there's a few other ones, but I'll get to that in a minute. The other one that is up here that's super cool is this article talking about they started doing test printing basically, and to see so they did like basically a first press print run here, and just super cool seeing how like Keyforge is actually getting made. Hopefully they do another video that's a little bit longer showing like, yeah, just some more decks and whatnot, because this is a very cool factor, and you see how excited Christian is here and just scooping up a deck. And I said, hey, I would love to do this if I ever go down to Minnesota and be able to get a chance to check out their factory. That'd be a very cool thing. The next thing I want to talk about here is my own channel here. As you can see, and the recent couple of weeks here, I've really been pushing out Keyforge content, and super excited about this campaign. I'll be linking like should you. This is the confirming saying, hey, this is what's everything's going on, and I basically said, yeah, I think this campaign is super well, and I recommend backing it. And then I did a counter video saying like reasons why you shouldn't back it. And one of my other popular videos, as you can see here, is the spoiler one, and that's actually in one of the updates on the GameFound campaign. So yeah, consider liking, subscribing to the channel if you want to see more Keyforge content. And if I scroll down like this, I'm not new to Keyforge content. I've been doing quite a bit even prior to this, and one of the videos I wanted to talk about, so these two ones here, one of my older videos I wanted to talk about was that, hey, I always mention that you don't need to get a starter set, and this is one of my videos where I said alternate uses that you can get, or alternate tokens that you can use. So like I have Aember tokens here, and I use this is from the game called Smash Up and stuff like that. So check out the video there if you're interested at all in that. And it talks about like alternate board game tokens. This is actually from Star Wars: The Living Card Game as well. So kind of cool stuff. Another thing I wanted to talk about was supporting your local game store. So I'm showing a store here in Toronto, in Canada, that is, and this is 401 Games, one of the bigger game stores that a lot of Canadians use. But if you have a store that is selling Keyforge, even if you see great prices here, consider like subscribe, not liking, but going to your local game store and buying a couple of decks, or potentially going on the secondhand market locally. and buying some Keyforge items. They got all kinds of items that you can check out, play mats from previous sets, deck boxes. There's even this Keyforge Genesis RPG, and all the different 5 sets before the new set. So consider going to your local store, play, and seeing what your local community is like, and building that up, right? And I was mentioning about the social media aspect here. So this is the Keyforge group. You can see that because it's a group page and I'm on my Fire Chicken account. You just can't see the information here, but we have over 11,000 members that are part of this Keyforge community, and it's growing pretty strong. We also have a strong Keyforge community on Discord, and there's quite a few links to that. I'll get some of the other people from those discourse to link it. And if you want to see more, just let me know, and I can definitely share that about. And one of the key ways that you can get right into Keyforge right away is just by going to the Crucible online. And so Ghost Galaxy is well aware of this. So this is a third party fan site where you can just go in, log in, have your list of decks that you have here, and it'll tell you your win rates, your loss, and all that good stuff. And you can just import decks and go straight into playing. So I could join one of these matches, or I can watch a match, as you can see here, and it will just show me all the information that is going on, right? So this is a fairly cool site, very easy interface. You don't have to download anything like that, and you can just watch matches going on or play right away. So very cool aspect, and there's a little help about how to play. This will get you all set up for getting your first introduction into it. But basically you need to have to go on to either like Dexa Keyforge or Keyforging's website that will have the links to all your decks, and you can upload basically any deck that has been put online and test them out. So that's a very cool way to play online. And of course, I recommend playing this game in person. But speaking about scanning decks, so if you haven't heard, if you're new to Keyforge, Dexa Keyforge is a site that a lot of people use. And like I could go to my own deck. So this is all the decks in the world. As you can see, there's over 1,000 plus. And then if I go to my own decks, it says I have 700. So maybe I've collected quite a few decks, but it'll score it based off of a SAS, and it tells you what SAS represents here. But if you want more information, just check out the website. It will go into details for that. But this is a super quick and convenient way to check out a deck, look at all the information. And what's cool is that you can hover over any card, and it'll bring up a prompt and showing you what the card is and stuff like that. So you don't even have to take your sealed deck out of its wrapper. You can just leave it, scan your deck, and be able to see it right away. And then you can go to the Crucible and play that deck. So this is a cool way that if you don't feel comfortable playing in person yet because of your current posture of where you're at with the COVID and whatnot, you can at least play online. So this was a quick video that I wanted to get up. Again, over $1 million, over 5,700 people that have already backed this campaign. Just hit 7 hours left, so consider backing, or consider that Keyforge is probably coming back with a fury, and a lot of people are excited. Let me know in the comments if you're excited about it. Again, if you want to see more Keyforge content, just let me know, and consider liking and subscribing. All right, until next time, and man, this campaign.